Welcome back. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you may be watching this. We are back on the 92 Jeep, throwing the transmission back in. While I was pulling the transmission, found out that I needed to rebuild the front axle, bearings, seals. I'm not going to be doing that today. I'm going to be making sure that there are no oil leaks on the engine today, as well as throwing the transmission back in. We have recently opened a merch shop. Link will be in the description. And when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will randomly pick 3 people out of the comments to receive a few items. And yeah, other than that, enjoy the show. Okay. So, if you're doing this on your own, of course that's not wanting to come off easy. When you're putting your torque converter back in, you're going to want to make sure that it goes into the pump. Because if you just go, that's okay, you should not be able to get your fingers back behind the torque converter like I can right now. And sometimes it's a pain in the butt. But it should fall in 3 times. And now I can't even try to get my fingers back in behind. They won't go anywhere. Even where the starter goes, I can't get my fingers back behind. Anyway, another trick. More of a tip. Okay, so I forgot about a couple things. This right here is transmission cooler line, and that is pretty well kinked. I'm gonna have to basically remove this section, flare this end, and put a new piece of hose there. And but this, oh, now you're not gonna wiggle? Whatever. There it is. But there's a lot of play in that comparatively to what there should be. And but yeah, there's that. And this side, no, this side has both bolts. This side bolt broke off right there, so that's awesome. I gotta drill that out, retap it, get a new bolt in it. So yeah, a little bit extra from what I was thinking, but now I got it up in the air. I remember all the things that I need to get done. Anyway.
Make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about. Have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you...
Okay, so what I was doing was using this to put this flare. I don't know if you can see that. See how it bubbles out a little bit? I wish I had my other flare tool, but I don't have it no more. But see how this one does not have that flare? comparatively. But when you put a hose on there and clamp it down, it'll keep the hose on. That way the hose doesn't slide off. I need to bend this tube a little bit so it comes at this angle, and then hose from here to here, and that kink will be out of it, and I shouldn't have that problem again of overheating my transmission, and which heat kills transmissions, just saying. Anyway, back to work. So after you flare them, you have to take a file. You don't file around there, it'll stay sharp from when you cut it, and it'll end up cutting through your hose, which will cause a leak, and then you'll end up having all the transmission fluid run out, or whatever line you're doing that to. I wouldn't recommend it for brakes, that's for dang sure. Power steering, oil cooler line, trans cooler line. I mean, I am going to replace that line, period, but for right now, just so that I can get the transmission in it and get it running and driving again, that's the probably bad fix. But it'll get it back to the house so that I can do it at the house. Because it's been sitting here for over a year, since last October 2021. Fun stuff. Anyway, just thought I'd let you see what I was doing if you were questioning. Well, I got it done with a hose on it. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it'll work to get it home. That's basically what it's for. Heck, it might even work for a little bit before until I get new cooler lines, but it's on. It'll get it to the house. Back to work.
Can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that.
So what I have just realized is my exhaust, geez, I can't fit in here. My exhaust is going to keep my lift from going all the way forward. And then my dowel, it's supposed to be right there, that holds this backing plate on, and or dust shield, whichever way you want to call it, is not on where it's supposed to be. Yep. I'll get that fixed and where it's supposed to be, and then we'll continue from there.
Show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
So I know that I said it on the last video of this awesome guy. That's the crankshaft position sensor. Make sure that that's out of your way as you're getting this up. That way you don't pinch the wires. And over here, all these wires, as well as, I can't see it right now, but there's the kick down cable, which is way up here, so that it don't get caught between the bell housing and the engine. Just remember, try to remember what you did when you were pulling it. take notes if you need to, if it's your first time. Anyway, just a reminder about the timing components. Crankshaft position sensor. Because you don't want to throw it all back together and then your engine don't start, and that's because you went and pinched the wires. Anyway, back to work. Okay, so on the last video, I thought I had something that I hadn't disconnected, which was really these, which go up over the transmission and back to this plug back here and plug into the top of the transfer case to tell your dash to light up the four-wheel drive light, pretty much. I thought I had not disconnected something, but it was disconnected already. So yeah, just thought I'd add that in there. Back to work.
They say anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up, I won't give up this.
So, I am not a small guy. 6'3", about 250. And all of this stuff, all this fun stuff, and me trying to get my little tiny hands, which is not exactly true. Up in here to get this, don't even know if you can see that, screwed in. It's not fun. I'm struggling with it, but I'll get it. It's just not the most fun thing to do. Do have to say, you come up with interesting and, I guess you could say, constructive ways to put your hands into small places when you're my size. Just saying. Well, we're back and it's another day. I left early last night because it was starting to get dark. I didn't want to be here until after dark. And yeah, I know in the wintertime it only gets dark at like 5:30. But I didn't want to be here after dark. Transmission is bolted in. Torque converter is bolted in. Cooler lines are on. Fuel tubes on. Need to do transfer case. Cross member. Well, before I do the cross member, I need to drill out that bolt, which is super fun. I don't care what they say about easy outs. There's nothing easy about getting it out. I guess it's easier than hammering it out, but yeah. Well, let's get to work.
Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
So I know I mentioned this on the last one. These right here are so fun. So fun. Getting this with my really tiny hands up and onto its spot. And I keep dropping it in there. Have to grab my magnet. Get the thing back out of there. Thank you, Dad, for my size, but Sometimes it's not that fun. So, just talking about that just a minute ago gave me the idea to put my nut on my magnet, put it in through the hole. Oh, shadow. Put it in through the hole, and then with my other hand start to spin it on there. That's something that I've never done until today. Supposedly you learn something new every day. I guess today I did. So I took a break. I ended up having lunch because I had to charge the GoPro, which was fun. But I got that bolt out. I ended up just drilling it out, and I made myself a nifty little tool. It's a 10 by 1.5 bolt. I cut slices in with my die grinder and cleaned up the threads. Basically just drilled it out. And then it ended up catching and pushing it into the subframe unibody, and so I pulled the pieces out through that hole, and now I just need to find a bolt. Anyway, back to work. So all I've got left is a starter. Hook up the starter wires. I still have these plugs that go up to the top, but other than that, I'm virtually done. Oh, well, fluid and drive it. Unfortunately, when I brought it in, I broke my driver door handle, so it won't open from the inside or outside. Gonna have to fix that now. I found out where the oil leak was coming from. Got that fixed. Let's see, what else was there? I was having a problem with it overheating. Someone tried to say that there are two different styles of water pumps for these, but that's untrue. There's one style of water pump for the Cherokee. For the Wrangler, I believe that there are two different styles. One's a reverse, one's a regular. Unfortunately, I think the person that did the engine got the wrong one, because there's only one listing for a water pump for a Cherokee Sport, not Grand Cherokee, Cherokee Sport, Cherokee Laredo. Does not have Grand in front of it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope you all have a wonderful day. Okay, so Jeep's done. Jeep moves, runs, drives. Don't forget that we have a merch shop now. Link will be in the description below. I don't know why I can't speak today and/or right now. Probably because it's cold and I'm outside without my coat. But also, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we will pick 3 random people from the comment section to win some free stuff. And thank you for watching.